So this week in skills, we are learning how to read the protractor again. Okay, so you're going to need to use a protractor that's inside your desk for these next 4 questions. Now I'm going to show you what I want to see labeled in your skills, your part of your strategies. First things first, you need to be drawing your little arc and then look at your angle. Using your paper test, you should tell me, is it a right, acute, or obtuse? Like for number 1, we know that it's going to be an obtuse angle. So you're going to go ahead and write obtuse, then write the special rule. It is more than 90 degrees. That's what I want to see. Then get your protractor, put the vertex in that little hole right there. Be sure the bottom line matches here. And then you look at the numbers over here. And you know your number has to be more than 90, and that'll be your answer. If you're telling me that it's something like this, if you're saying this is 45 degrees, for example, and you're telling me, oh, Mr. Chavez, I have an obtuse angle. Well, then why is there a 45 here? It needs to be more than 90. So you know you did something wrong and you go back and you fix it. That's why it's always important to write down our notes that's here. Now, when you go to the next page, the same thing. And speaking of which, since there's a protractor here, let me show you again. If your arrow is pointing in this direction to the left, then you know you're going to use the numbers here at the top that I'm going to show you in green. In this example, your arrowhead is pointing to the right. So if you're using the right, that means you're going to have to use everything from the bottom, the numbers from the bottom. So it's always important to look at the arrowhead whenever you're doing these. So for example, for number 5, before you answer this question, remember a couple of things. You need to have your arc. Tell me what kind of angle is that first. Oh, it's an obtuse angle. If it's an obtuse angle, you're telling me that it's more than 90 degrees. Now look at your question. What is the measure of angle R to the nearest degree? So I'm looking for the measure of angle R to the nearest degree. So we know it's an obtuse more than 90. Now, there's a couple of answers we can eliminate already. I can eliminate letter C because that's an acute. I can eliminate letter A because that's an acute. That's less than 90. I'm looking for an obtuse. So if I look over here, it's starting at 0, so I can go ahead and count 0 and fill in your gaps, 5, 10, 15, 20, and I'll fill in the rest. And I'll stop here. Now you see where the line passes through? Right there. So this is why it's important why we write our little side notes here, because some kids would think this is 80 degrees, but it can't be 80 because it's an obtuse angle. So we don't look at the top, we look at the bottom, and this line measures 100 degrees. And there's our answer. 100 degrees, letter next to the number. So the rest of the skills is for you to do. Alright, good luck.